Good morning everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Kinda Networks. Today I want us to learn how to configure NanoStation Loco M2 as an access point and as a station. So basically as a default, when you buy it from the shop, the default IP is usually 192.168.1.20, but mine have already logged in and I'll show you where, and I've basically assigned it a static IP. So let me show you. I'll connect it to my laptop like this, and I've assigned it you can see my PC details. I've assigned it 192.168.88.199 and the subnet there. So basically if it's new, you need to assign the IP address. You'll open properties, then you go to internet protocol, then use the following IP address. You assign it static IPs, but if it's new, you assign it 192.168.1 something, so that you'll be able to log into .1.20. but mine, because I've changed my network, I've assigned it 88. My PC is 88.199, and the local NanoStation I've actually assigned it 192.168.88.250. so for us to confirm that I'm able to ping, I'll write ping 192.168.88.250 and I run a continuous ping. Perfect, I'm able to reach the device. So the first thing I'll do, you open browser and then you put the IP address, which is 192.168.88.250. then I enter. Then the username is usually UBNT. If it's new, it's UBNT, but mine I've already changed it, so I'll just put my new password. I'll show you actually where you can do the changes. You can change the IP address, you can change the password, you can do backup of your configuration, you can upload, you can change the date and time, the time zone, and every other thing I'll show you. So basically the first on the left side, on the top left, you can see it's AirMax setting. You can enable AirMax, long range, P2 point-to-point link mode. You can actually tick it there. Then the second one is main. Under main, basically you'll find all the details: then device model, the device name, the network mode, the wireless mode, SSID that you've configured, the security, you've selected the version, uptime, the time the device has been on, the date, like today is 16th, but it's saying 16th July, so we need to change the date. The channel frequency that we've selected, the channel width, the 20, there's 40, there's 10, there's 5, then the frequency band, then the distance that this access point can cover, 1.1 kilometers, the transmission received chains, the transmitted power, the antenna, the built-in power, the MAC, the connections. If it's on access point, the connections we'll see the connections here, the transmit, the AirMax, and every other details. Then here, down here, you should be able to see the throughput when it's actually in operation, the packets being sent and received, transmitted and received. You can come to stations here. You'll be able to see if it's on access point mode, you should be able to see the number of APs or stations connected to it. Basically there's interface, RP table, bridge table, routes, firewall, and log. Basically will tell you every other thing that has happened to the M2. So those are the details under main, and so we move to the next step. We move to wireless. Under wireless, sorry, I lost my connection. Let me connect it back. Let me refresh. I think okay. Under wireless, now under wireless we have the wireless mode. The wireless mode is where we select what we want to configure to our local NanoStation. We have actually 3 modes. We have the access point mode, station mode, and the repeater mode. So basically AP repeater mode. So under station is where now you need to connect your NanoStation to, there is an access point somewhere. So you need to connect it now as a station, as a user. You connect to the AP maybe to receive like internet from another local NanoStation that is set somewhere else. So you'll connect it as a station. So if it's as a station, it's from the unit. Now it will go to your router as an access point. Now if we select access point, it means there are 2 different setups that we can make. We can make point to point, meaning we have one local NanoStation somewhere on the other end, and this other end you have a station. So point to point, you're making a point to point, a station to a NanoStation. Then we have another setup, point to multipoint. The other end we have one access point, at this other end we have several stations. Several stations can connect to this local NanoStation if it's set as an access point. Then the third option, the third mode, is AP repeater. Basically it's repeating like boosting the signals from another access point, another AP access point. So as an access point, what we need to do first, if you are setting it up as an access point, we'll basically create the SSID name. This is the name that will be seen by the other stations when they scan. When they scan, they'll be able to actually see it. So what you do now, you put the name. We can put test 1 2 3. Basically then you come down here, you select your country. Like my country is Kenya. You tick, you agree on the terms of use, then you accept. Then we go to the channel width. Channel width, we have 40, we have 30, we have 20, we have 10, we have 8, we have 5. It will depend on what you want to achieve. If you're transmitting higher bandwidth, there's those widths that allow for that, like the 40 megahertz. If you are in an area there is so much interference, there are several other NanoStations. You maybe prefer to use 20 so that you don't have much interference from the other NanoStations. There are several you can select from. Then the frequency, you can put it auto, or you can actually select a particular frequency. So something to note, this M2 NanoStation, M2, from even its name M2, it has 2 gigahertz frequencies, meaning it supports frequencies from let me check again. 220, like here, this one supports from 2412, 2414, 2417, 2472 up to 2474. So it means this M2 NanoStation is not compatible to M5. You cannot, maybe from the other end you have an access point of M5 and a station you want to use M2. It will not be able to connect, because you can see it can only the frequency supported are from 2 gigahertz, 24 something up to 2470 something. So it means you'll require the access point must be M2 and the station must be M2. So we are clear on that. So the frequency, we put that. Then the antenna power, output power, those ones you can leave them on default. Then there is another section, wireless security. On wireless security now, because this is an access point, you need to create for it a password, so that from the other end you should not leave it open. Any other person should not be able to connect to it, because under WPA2 AES we have none. If you put it none, then any other person will be able to connect to your network. So I think you need to set it. You need to set it to any of the secure WPA or WPA2 AES. Then the authentication, you put there's PSK and EAP. So basically we can put PSK, that only require the password. When we put the other one, EAP, will require authentication server, IP port, and those. If you have those, you can select that, but the easiest, you just put PSK, then you set your password here. You can see we've put ours as test1234. So if we install it from one point A, our access point M2 loco, from point B, the other loco should be station. Now it should be able to scan and see this SSID is the name that it will see, test123, and for it to lock, you'll need to put the pre-shared key. Then you just click on change and you apply. So this is the first mode as an access point. The second mode is station, the commonly used. Now from point B, from point A, we've actually installed our access point. From point B, we'll put the station. Select on station. Now then here you can transparent bridge mode, you can click on that, or then you come to SSID. Now you'll actually do what you call, you select, it will be able to scan. Basically, I'm assuming you've now installed the access point on point A, maybe at the roof, at the top there somewhere with a clear line of sight. Then from point B, basically you have installed this is another local NanoStation. You've selected station. Now you scan, you should be able to see it. So once you see it, like this one, for example, you've seen here, you'll be able to see the station, the MAC address, the access point. Then you see the SSID that you put. Then you simply click on it and you lock to AP. After locking to AP, it will actually ask you for the password. Now you need to put the password that we already put there. You remember the password that you set in our access point. You just used to put it. Then you click on change. They change. Then you apply. It will be able to lock. I think we are good on that. So basically we've learned how to set up on the two modes, the station and the access point. Of course, there's a third mode, the AP repeater. There's the AP repeater mode. Let me see. I think I've lost connection. Yes. So under the station mode, those are the configuration that you need to put. So if you come back to main, it will give you a description of all the mode that you've selected, the SSID, the security, all those things are available under main. So the next step, I want us to move to network. Under network here, basically this is where we configure our IP address, the management IP. So you just come under management and network settings. If you need to, you can put DHCP. DHCP, it means your router will be able to assign the NanoStation a particular IP address. But I prefer the static, because you'll be able to, if you assign it a static, you're able to maybe reach your device online and to do configurations that you'll need to do when you are not physically available where your access point is or your station is. So basically static, this is where I actually changed. Initially it was the default is 192.168.1.20, but I've changed this according to my network. Then after you've changed, you change basically and you apply. Then we move to advanced are the advanced settings that will not dwell much into them today. Then we go to services that you can enable. Ping watchdog you can enable. Web server you can enable. Those are advanced setups that if you need to configure, but for our basic training we don't need to dwell much into them. Then we go to system. So under system here we should be able to see the version of the NanoStation. For instance, our version is XM version 6.3.5. Built-in is 333321. Then you can actually check for updates when the device is online. You should be able to see that. If you need the two ways, you can check here, check for updates. Then you go to the Ubiquiti website. You can download, but when you need to download, you'll need to actually know the version, the model and the version of your local NanoStation. So for you to download the correct firmware, you need to go down to be sure about the version, the number, and the model of your NanoStation, because there are several devices under Unify, under the Ubiquiti website. So after you've downloaded your firmware, you can choose it. You've downloaded your PC, you select it, you select the firmware, you upload it, and you upgrade. Then we have now the device settings. Here we can set the name. We can say test NanoStation. You put it there, your name of the device. Then the time zone. The time zone you need to select, like I'm in Kenya, so my time zone is +3. Can select that one. Then we can enable startup date and put the date. Today is 14th December 2025. Then those ones we've done with. Then we can come to now where you can actually change your password and username. Default username is UBNT, default password is UBNT. So you click on this key here, then it will ask you for your current password. So you need to have it for you to change. You put your current password, you put the new password that you want, then you repeat the new password to verify it. Then if you actually can create several accounts, you can create a read-only account. A read-only account, it means when users are logged in using that account, they can't change any configuration. They can just read, confirm the settings like that, and they can't do any other change on the configurations that are available there. So if you need that account to be read-only, you tick there. After putting it, you tick there, then you put actually the name. You can say admin. Basically it means this admin will only be able to see, to view the configs, but you're not able to change anything. If you need to create a read-only account, then there is miscellaneous. Under miscellaneous here, this NanoStation has a reset button at below it that you can actually hard reset the device using it. But if you don't need, you need to disable it so that someone cannot just access your device. You've installed it somewhere at the rooftop there, someone just access it and reset it. You basically disable the reset button. You untick it. If you need to enable it, you enable it there. If you untick it, it means this device can never be reset using the reset button, and it can only be reset. I'll show you how you can now reset it if you have disabled the reset button. But again, another thing that I need to point out, if you disable this button, then again you need to have your login credentials written somewhere. You know them somewhere, so that you don't forget them, because if you don't have them, then it means you'll not be able to reset this device, because this device can only be reset now via the web. You need to log in first and do the reset, and this is how you'll do it. Now, if you have disabled the reset button, you'll need to come here to device maintenance. Under device maintenance, there is the reset button. You'll first log in, then come to reset button, and you'll reset the device. But if you've enabled the reset button here, and you've forgotten, or someone who configured it is not available, and you need to reset it, you just long press the reset, manually reset it by long pressing the reset button using a pin. So this is what we do. Under device maintenance, we have reboot, basically putting the device on and it come on and off again. This one you can do online, you don't need to be physical there. So that's why I was recommending you give it a static IP, so that you should be able to access the device wherever you are. If it's online, then you reboot the device. Then another thing we have the support info that you can download, but the device must be online. Then we have your configuration. Whatever we've done here, all the configurations we've put, we can actually download them and have a backup in our PC, so that if anything happens, maybe something happens and the device just reset itself, and you need to put it back in operation as quickly as possible, you just need to log in with the backup. You have your backup, you log into the device, then you choose the file, you upload the file, and you restore the configuration. You upload. So first you need to download and have it, you save it somewhere. Then if you need to restore it, you'll choose the file and restore. So basically these are the basic configurations of the NanoStation Loco NanoStation M2. For a recap, we've learned how to configure it as an access point and as a station. We've learned how to assign it a static IP address. We've learned how to back up our configuration, how to upload, how to upgrade the firmware. So basically these are the basics configuration that are needed on the NanoStation. For those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel Kinder Networks, kindly do so for more configurations. Thank you so much for watching. I hope and I pray that you keep following the channel for more of these configurations. So I think we've done that. We've also learned how to change the time zone, checking the firmware. Let me see if I can put my device online and see if we'll be able to check like this. So let me see it. I've connected it to my router. Let me spin and see. Yes, it's replying. So I come here, I refresh, I try to log in again. Yes, UBNT, then I put my password, just like that. So basically I think I can try to, I go to system, then I go to check for updates, check now. Yes, it has directed me to the Ubiquiti downloads page. It's saying there is version 6.324 available. So here we can see our version was 6.35, but they're saying there is a version 3.24 our version that we need to note clearly is our version was version 6 3.5, but they're saying there is version 6 3.25, which is a very high version. We see 0.5 up to 0.24. So we go to, what if we click, well, let me see if I click update, let's see what happens. It's saying invalid firmware is uploaded, please upload the correct file and try. So we'll go to check now again. Then we go to downloads. It is directing us to the Ubiquiti web page. Then we see, let's see if we'll get yeah, they're here. Then we search, you can search Ubiquiti NanoStation Loco NanoStation Loco M2. Let's try if we'll find it. It's not coming. Let's see again. M2, sorry. Yes, it's here. Air Max NanoStation M2. So here, of course, we even have case studies here. So we look at the firmware. It was 6.324. You can see 6.324. Ours was, if we go back, we see ours was 6.35. So it's here. So we download it. Yes, it's already downloaded here. CX 6.324. Then we go back to our device. We choose file. Let's try and see. Then we go to downloads. It's this one. Then we open. Then we upload. Let's give it a few minutes. We see if it's upgrade the firmware. Please correct firmware architecture. I think it's still not. Let's see again. Let me first reboot it. Reboot device. Then we try again. So we log in again. Yeah, like this. Go to system. We go to upload firmware. Firmware there .bin. Upload. Let's see if it will agree or not. still saying that. We go back and see AirMax M2 Loco. I think this is the correct one. See version 6.32. Download this other one and see. I go back to the device, select build number. Let's see, 6. Upload. Let's see what happens. I think I'll need to confirm on the firmware, but this is the way to upgrade it. So if we need to reset, we can actually reset this. Let's reset the device. This is how to default. Click on reset. So after resetting, I'll show you what happens, how you will be able to log in, because you remember this one I had already done my configurations on it. So I'll show you how you'll assign yourself the default, the range of the default IP address, the username, the password, and that will be all. So it's still defaulting. So after resetting it, this is what we need to do now. See, now we can't reach it via that IP address, so we'll come here, we'll assign now properties, internet protocol version 4, then we assign now 1 dot that. Then we try to ping, we see if we'll reach it. We say ping 192.168.1.20. Still not able to reach it. Let me see something. 1.20. Then I go back here. Let's try put the gateway. One 192.168.1.20. Then we see again.